All right, this week we're doing week 15 of our spelling and vocabulary, okay? So this week we're concentrating on words that have ER and EST, okay? The part added to the end of the base word, they can change the meaning or part of speech of each word. The suffix is ER and EST, okay? Let's do a couple examples. So younger,
younger,
quicker,
quicker,
cuter,
cuter,
larger,
larger,
friendlier.
friendlier,
And you notice that friendly would end in a Y, so you change the Y to I, then add ER. Prettier,
prettier,
tinier,
tinier,
bigger,
bigger,
thinner,
thinner,
hotter.
hotter,
Okay. So now we're going to EST. So when it's ER, okay, you're comparing two things only. Okay. So for example, if I said Mr. Partita is taller than Grayson, okay? So when you're only comparing two things, it's ER. When you're comparing one thing to a whole bunch of things, for example, Mr. Partita is the tallest one in the classroom, okay, that would be EST, would be this. Okay, youngest,
youngest,
okay, picture,
picture,
cutest,
cutest,
largest,
largest,
friendliest,
friendliest,
okay, and prettiest,
prettiest,
tiniest,
tiniest,
biggest.
biggest,
Yeah. Mr. Partita is the biggest person in the classroom. Thinnest,
thinnest,
hottest.
hottest,
Okay. So again, rules when adding ER, EST. Okay. Most words you can just add an ER, EST. Others, if the word ends in E, just drop the E and then add an ER or EST. Okay. If the word ends in Y, I drop the Y, then add what? Add an I, then add ER or EST. Okay. So these are your spelling words right here. And then you guys, you can see here the words they have right here. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow you're gonna do this one where you're gonna put all your words in ER and all the words that are EST and write the two sentences at the bottom. Okay. And then Wednesday or Thursday, you could just finish writing them 3 times each. Okay. So you can start today. Start right now on this page right here. Okay. Write all the words that end in ER. Okay. Or go on the left column. All the words that end in EST go on the right, and then write 2 sentences. Okay. I'll give you about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. We're gonna be working on this packet the whole week. All right, so this week we're going to be concentrating on opinion writing. Okay, this is a district prompt. Okay, it's called Visibly Hidden. Okay, basically it discusses adaptations just like we read today about but this is about different animals and different kinds of adaptations that they have in order to survive. And don't worry about this page right here. This is just for me because it's going to be graded. Okay. So this will be part one. Okay. So here it says there's a couple parts of the whole thing, okay? Here we have where it says the Chappie Zoo is preparing to build a special section of the zoo called Visibly Hidden that will focus on animals who use camouflage. That's important, right? Again, using the word camouflage. Okay. The zoo planning committee hopes this new exhibit brings many visitors to the zoo this spring. They are having trouble deciding which camouflage trait they want to focus on during the opening, so they're asking for your assistance. As part of your research, you have found three sources. That's the other packet that begins with the predator-prey relationship. Okay. Uh, After you have reviewed your sources, you will answer some questions about them. Briefly skim the sources and the two questions that follow. Then go back and read the resources carefully so you will have the information you will need to answer the questions and complete your research. Okay. So after looking at the resources, use the rest of the time in part one to answer the two questions, which we're not doing that today. We're just going to go through the resource one first. Okay, tomorrow we'll go over resource two, and then Wednesday we'll go over resource three. Okay, so this is one of the questions that you'll answer. Okay, it says each source explains different types or techniques of camouflage. Okay, this is page three, I believe, and in the packet that has the line in the front. There we go, that one. Go to the next page after that. It should say question one. There you go. Okay, so this is what you'll do on this page. It says explain why an animal's ability to camouflage is important. Give two examples. Okay, give two examples. One from detail source two. Okay, and one detail from source three, and I'm going to show you what those are. Okay, to support your answer. For each example, include the source, title, or number. Okay, and then we'll answer those. And then this is what you'll do in your final writing. Okay, that we're going to use a graphic organizer for. All right, so let's read the source. This is source number one. Okay, it says a predator and prey relationship. Among mammals, some are known as predators. Well, I think that's important, isn't it? So, sorry. Some animals are known as predators. From bobcats and foxes to raccoons and weasels, they share a common behavior trait. And what is that? What's that trait? Oh, look, they catch and kill and eat other animals. And what are those animals called that they eat? Prey. Okay. Some predators, such as bobcats, eat only meat. But other mammals, such as raccoons and mice, eat berries, nuts, and plants in addition to catching and eating prey. Okay. So some predators eat only meat, while others eat berries, nuts, and plants in addition to catching and eating prey. It says most predators are prey to other large predators. For example, a weasel that eats a field mice for lunch may then be dinner for a bobcat. Okay, those few predators that are not prey to other animals are called top predators. So that could be an important thing to highlight. Here's an example: a shark. That's probably a top predator because they don't have anything else that eats them. Humans are considered top predators, so that's us. Both predators and prey are links in what is called a food chain. So this is part of their relationship. Food chains are the routes which energy flows through the living world. So this tells you what a food chain is. This energy always starts with the sun. And you see that picture here? That's the food chain. Okay. Okay. So the sun, okay, the sun makes the plant grow. Okay. The grasshopper eats the plant. The mouse that you see up there, okay, eats the grasshopper. And then I guess this is a little fox, right? That eats the mouse, or the weasel. Weasel eats the mouse. Okay. And then actually bacteria and fungi decomposers. Um, and then they poop that they actually it's fertilizer that feeds the plants, and it goes around and around. Called the food chain. All right, and then this section right here says most food chains overlap. Okay, species of plants and animals may be links in the food chains of several predators. The entire food system becomes a food web. And here's the food chain for this. Okay, so it looks something like this. Okay, this is a food chain or a food web. Okay, a food chain. It starts with the bacteria, okay, and the fungi, decomposers, which feeds the plants. Okay, the plants are in. So it starts with this. Okay, it starts with the bacteria and fungi that feeds the plants. Okay, the plants are eaten by the grasshopper. The grasshopper is eaten by the little white-footed mouse. Okay, an omnivore means that he eats plants or meat. Okay, and then the little mouse, poor little guy, is eaten by a weasel, which is his predator. And okay, and then you realize, like Miss Martina, what does a weasel do? Well, the bacteria and the fungi, it's like him pooping. Then he poops on the ground, and then that fertilizes the plants, which are eaten by the grasshopper, which the grasshopper is eaten by the mouse, and the mouse is eaten by the weasel, and then it starts all over again. And it just keeps on going. Okay, so let's say for example, we didn't have a mouse. Now there's a break in the chain, right? Okay, so it's very important that we conserve and protect our animals because, well, they kind of need them to eat. And look at the vocabulary at the bottom. Okay, it says food chain. It tells you what that is. It says describes the order in which living things depend on each other for food. A predator is any animal that catches, eats, and kills any other animal. A prey is any animal that is caught or killed or eaten by any other animal. And then the top predator, okay, the top predator is any predator in the food chain on whom no others prey. Like a shark. There's no other animal that eats a shark. Yes, but no other animal in the wild. And